What does it mean to be intelligent? Is intelligence something you're born with, something fixed, measurable, and limited? Or is it something you can develop, something that grows with effort, attention, and experience? William James had a very different view of intelligence than many people of his time. He believed that human ability is not set in stone and that our minds are far more adaptable than we think. Let me explain. James saw the mind not as a container we fill with facts, but as a living, responsive system. He believed that what we focus on, what we practice, and what we repeat, those are the things that shape our abilities. In other words, intelligence isn't just about what we know, it's about what we do with our minds. This is where his famous concept of habit comes in. James argued that our habits, both mental and physical, are what build the foundations of our abilities. The more we repeat an action or a thought, the more automatic it becomes. And over time, these habits become second nature, forming the core of our skills, decisions, and even personality. So when it comes to intelligence, James might ask, what mental habits are you building? Are you practicing focus, curiosity, persistence, or giving up too early? That's the key. Intelligence, in James's view, is not only about natural talent, but about how we train our minds. And yes, some people start out with advantages, faster memory, sharper logic, better verbal skills. But James would say that what matters more is what you do with what you have. He believed in the power of effort and will. In fact, he said that the greatest discovery of his generation was this: that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes of mind. That includes your belief about your own ability. When you believe that your intelligence is fixed, you avoid challenges. You give up more easily. You feel threatened by failure. But when you believe that ability grows through effort, you approach challenges with energy. You learn from mistakes. You become resilient. And that belief alone can change everything. James saw the mind as plastic, meaning flexible and capable of change. And that's exactly what modern neuroscience confirms today. Our brains can rewire themselves through learning, repetition, and attention. So if you've ever felt not smart enough, ask yourself, compared to what? Intelligence isn't a label, it's a process. It's something you build, something you use, something you grow. And here's something else James understood: the role of attention. He believed that what you choose to focus on, what you give your attention to, shapes your experience, your memory, and your learning. In that way, attention is the gateway to intelligence. Focus leads to understanding. Repetition builds skill. Belief fuels motivation. And over time, this becomes ability. And let's not forget the emotional side. James recognized that emotion and motivation are tightly connected. When you care about something, you learn better. When something excites you or challenges you, your mind becomes more engaged. Learning isn't just cognitive, it's emotional. This is why James would probably encourage us not to chase intelligence for the sake of pride, but to pursue it through meaningful goals. To ask, why do I want to grow? What purpose will this ability serve? That sense of purpose matters. It energizes the will. And James believed the will, our capacity to act, to choose, to persist, is one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. So what is intelligence? It's not just a test score. It's not a label. It's a set of habits, a way of thinking, a willingness to learn, and a belief in your ability to grow. That's how William James saw it. And more than 100 years later, it's still one of the most empowering views of intelligence we have.